Hey guys, this is sj.hammer, and this is going to be episode 6. And as you can see, I have a special guest with me, Danielle. Say hello, Danielle.
Hello.
I talked a little bit about her in the past episode, but I wanted her to share her own words. How about we tell everyone how we met so far?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. As you can tell, I've never done one of these before. Samara knows I'm a little bit on the shy side, so we'll see how we make it through this. I'm interested to see y'all's comments after we get done talking. So, Samara and I actually met on Bumble. It's a kind of a funny story. I was on Bumble and, just swiping through and noticed this really really good looking guy on there who looked familiar. I think he had some pictures on there from either a show that he had done or some bodybuilding photos. So I screenshotted the picture and I actually sent it to my trainer and I said, "Hey, coach," I was like, "this guy looks really familiar." He came back with a text message, basically saying, yeah, he does look familiar, but, not sure who he is. Let me ask my brother. So his brother is also a trainer. So he sends his brother the picture. His brother says, yeah, I know that guy. He's really good. You can go out with him.
I liked it. I mean, I appreciate the background search, and I respect it. So it worked out. I wasn't worried.
Yeah, so I think now we're almost 2 years in the running, and
Yep.
since then we've moved from Ohio to Pittsburgh, and we'll soon be moving again. I think we got a few more moves that we'll be making in the next few years, but we've stuck in there with bodybuilding, and we haven't killed each other yet. Really excited because this is our first show that we're actually going to be doing together.
Actually, I have something funny I wanted to share. On our first date, she saw me drinking a drink with cucumbers. And what'd you think of that?
So he was sitting at the bar and he was drinking cucumber water. So I'm thinking that the guy's drinking some fancy, mojito or something, but come to find out he was drinking cucumber water. And I was wondering why the bartender was looking at us really weird because we're sitting at the bar not ordering any alcohol. So I think that's probably Sammer's signature drink is cucumber water.
I used to drink, but I got into bodybuilding, and I thought it was funny. But let's talk about your most recent show. You just did the Elite Physique Championship.
Yeah, I think it went really well. It felt very good getting back on the stage. It's been probably 3 years. I think my last show was in 2018. So it was really good getting back on the stage. I felt really good about it. I ended up doing better than I expected. So I was really excited about it. More excited about the next one that Samara and I have coming up. We'll be doing it together.
Now, the Elite Physique was a warm-up. You signed up like a week before.
Right. So Samara told me about it, I think, a week before the actual show. I just texted my trainer and I said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" He said, "Hey, you look awesome. We can, I think we'll do well in it." So he sent me my plan for peak week on Sunday, and, I got at it and we competed on Saturday.
Were you confident, nervous?
I was a little nervous, honestly, just because it had been so long since again, it's been 3 years since I was on stage. So a little nervous, but when I got up there, I think all the confidence and everything kind of came back to me, and I was in my own little world, and I think I did really well.
And how'd you place?
I don't remember. I think.
You want me to tell them?
Yes.
I shared it on the previous episode, but I will share it again because I'm pretty proud. You won novice A class in figure. She competed in figure. If you didn't see the previous episode, and then you won the novice overall. So you beat the other height class. And then what was the next one? You won open A class. And then you won the Best Presenter and Poser Award.
Which was very shocking to me. So let me tell you guys, I am a very clumsy person, okay? I'm not I'm flat-footed, so I hate wearing heels. You will very rarely see me in heels. So getting on the stage and having that confidence wearing 3-inch, 4-inch heels is just not something that I'm good at. I had actually only done posing practice with my trainer one time, and I had done it on my own prior to then, but he and I only met for an hour one time. This was via Zoom, so I was very surprised. It was very shocking that I ended up getting best presenter. I think was the award because I struggle in heels.
It didn't show.
Thanks.
It didn't show at all.
I didn't
I mean,
fall.
it looked good. And then, so you got to the open overall. You didn't win, but it was close.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I love this sport so much is just the athletes that you get to meet, and just seeing these beautiful women backstage, and them having confidence in the body that they knew they've worked hard for. So yeah, it was a good class. I think the judges said that anybody could have won it, and I just appreciated being able to have some good competition on the stage.
And then, so now we're both competing or prepping for the Ohio State Championships. Well, we've been prepping for it the whole time, but we have about 4.5 weeks left. We actually competed. We both competed in the show, and that's why I'm wearing this shirt. In 2018, but we never met. Her coach was in the show too. He won the classic overall. He deserved it. Yeah, we never met, probably because we were both hungry and we just cared about being on stage. How did you do at the Ohio State, or do you kind of vaguely remember?
I don't remember. I don't think I know that I remember placing, but I don't think it was nearly as well as I did this previous show. I think I may have gotten. I still did figure. I think I may have gotten like third or fourth in my class, and yeah, I don't remember, but I came home with a baby bicep. So I call the trophies baby biceps. I hate this sword stuff that they're doing right now. I'm like, no, give me my baby bicep. These things. Can you see this thing? I want one of these. All right, I want one of these.
The girl version.
So yeah, the girl version. But my friends laugh at me all the time because I'm like, does the show have a baby bicep? Because I want a baby bicep. So
this recent show, you got 4 swords.
Yeah, I did, and I was like, "What are the prizes?" And then I saw, and I got a little sad, but it's okay. I'm still grateful that I was able to compete and to win. So.
And this time, are you doing wellness?
I am gonna do wellness. So we'll have to see, guys. Yeah, we'll have to see again. I'm not a girly girl. Wellness has a little bit more sass to it, a little bit more finesse, which are qualities that I do not possess. So it will be very interesting, but I'm positive that my posing coach will get me to where I need to be. So I'm sure it'll be a good time.
I was able to help you a little with the posing for figure. For those who don't know, the figure poses are kind of similar to the relaxed poses for classic and bodybuilding. Just a little more feminine. Yeah, they're pretty similar. But I had to watch her coach pose her to figure out how to possibly help her while she was on stage. I was just more, making sure she was doing what she was doing, but she did great. She didn't need my help. For myself, when I did the Ohio State, I knew who her coach was. He didn't know who I was. I mean, no big deal. Because I saw him laying on the ground backstage. I'm like, this dude is gonna win the whole thing. He didn't notice anybody of it, and he did win the whole classic overall. I got 4th in A class in classic class. I got 4th in A class in classic. There was about 10 guys. It was a tough class. In bodybuilding, I did open, I think, welterweight. I won it. I think I was just a little bit leaner because I beat a guy in bodybuilding and he beat me in classic. He got 3rd while I got 4th in classic. So I was like, we just have different looks. Yeah, I just want to sum that up. It's kind of a redemption for both of us, and we're doing it together, so it's going to be kind of fun. And since we are doing prep together, a lot of you probably have heard of, couples where one person's a competitor and one's the supportive significant other, and you hear sometimes drama or they're not spending time together, or sometimes it doesn't go smooth because one person's super hungry and they're focused on it. But we're a little different because we're both in prep. So how's it going for you with us being in prep together?
I think it's going pretty good. I think the key to it is, at least by now, I know Sam's temperament. So, and he probably is a little bit more. He's gonna get me when we get done with this video, but he may be a little bit more moodier than I am. I'm pretty chillaxed, Don't get too worried about anything. Don't stress out. Sammer's probably the polar opposite. But I think by now I know his temperament. So I know when he's having a day where he just needs, time to himself. So I'm like, okay, Danielle, you just need to leave him alone. So I think that's just what's most important, is just knowing how your significant other responds to different things, and knowing when you kind of need to take a step back. A lot of people asked if we train together. Sammer and I do not train together. I cannot train with him. I am a little bit more fast paced, whereas Sammer, when he gets into the gym, he's just in his own little world. He, I don't want to say goes a little bit slower than I do, but he does. I'm just trained to do things differently, but no, we don't train together. Usually when we go to the gym, I'm giving him a high five because I'm on the way out and he's on the way in, or he'll come over while I'm doing my cardio and give me a kiss. But no, we don't train together, and I think that may also be a reason why we're so successful too. I think we would probably get on each other's nerves more if we were kind of training each other.
I know for myself, I think like sometimes when you're training together, it feels more like a date. And so you're focused on each other's feelings, and you're not focused on the workout. And for like myself, like I don't mind sometimes training with other people. I don't like training with people in general, but occasionally I don't mind training with some people sometimes. But I notice with her, I'm carrying that she knows I'm paying attention to her, like outside the workout, like just giving her my attention, like a boyfriend or girlfriend gives attention. But I don't think she actually cares about that, but I put it on my own head. Like I put this own internal pressure, so then I'm all over the place. I'm not focusing on my own workout. I'm like, I don't want to ignore you, but I don't have that problem with other people. So and like we're not trying to work out to make it a date. We spend enough time in a good way together outside that.
How is training with me?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather not. But I don't mind, like, we'll spot each other if we happen to be in the gym at the same time. We just text each other, like, can you spot me on shoulders? It's simple as that. We could be doing different workouts. I could be doing legs. She could be doing shoulders. For myself, I do get more irritable or annoyed or angry easier. Speaking of being stressed, I was more stressed on the way to her show than she was.
I think at a point I said, are you competing or am I competing? Because you're a little bit too moody. I think we were headed to check in. The weather was really bad. It was raining a lot and he was driving. But yeah, he was just really irritable, and I was just like,
in the morning of the show.
Yeah, I was just like, did you just choose to do a show last minute, and now so I was a little confused, but
it was an hour drive, so there's plenty of time that I was stressed. I know part of it, at least for the going to the prejudging, because the prejudging was the next day, and that's how it normally is. Part of it was I get stressed on the way to a show. For my own shows, or like delivering ourselves, making sure we're there and everything's good. And I would attribute a little, like I hadn't had my breakfast yet, but it wasn't because I wasn't supposed to have my breakfast that early, because we went to this show like at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. So it was earlier than I eat my breakfast, but I'm sure that contributed to it. And just, I get stressed out.
All the time.
She saw me for my own show last year, so, I mean, as she said, she's got a general idea. I'm trying to be better this year. I'm hoping at one point she'll say, "Oh, you are doing slightly better."
I think you're doing better this year. But I mean, Sammer knows, if I will walk out. He's been walked out on before. So I will walk out and let him have his little time to himself. And I'm like, text me when your temper tantrum's over. See you later, buddy.
It wasn't that bad.
But no, I think we're doing pretty good. I'm excited. I'm sure this won't be the last show that we do together, but it's great that we share this together, and we're on this journey together. So I think that's just the beautiful thing of it.
We some things are pretty easy together. Like we've been doing like a date night once a week on the weekend or a day date. We just because we're moving from Pittsburgh to back to Ohio. We just did like a day trip to the Strip District, if you're familiar with Pittsburgh, and that was pretty fun. Like it's easy because we're both not eating. Yeah,
Yeah, we went to a dessert shop that actually ended up selling dog treats. So we couldn't eat any of the human food that was there. They had cookies, macaroons. I mean, you name it. They had everything. But there was a small section for dogs. So our dogs came home with popcorn and a few different pastries
yeah.
and bones, and
They had donuts that were for dogs.
yeah, I think we spent about $35 in the store just on dog treats, wishing that we could eat them too. But yeah, just things like that we try to do together, keep our mind off of.
We've a few past weekends we went to the movie theater together. Thankfully, the movie theater's open again. We saw we just saw Free Guy, which is a good movie. I think so. Or when we're at home, we're pretty much both in hoodies and sweatpants and socks and under blankets because we're both freezing cold. Even though the temperature's like 69, 70 in the house, like yeah, we both have like no body fat or low body fat, so we're freezing all the time. And I guess what was I forgot what I was gonna say. I do that every episode. But this recording's going well, so I'm not gonna delete it. I do think I'm doing better than last year.
You are. You're doing better.
From my own perspective, maybe just being a little more aware of like when I'm getting annoyed, not by her, but like little things. I'll use an example that does involve her because it's stupid. She didn't do anything wrong. I notice sometimes she leaves the peanut butter jar open, like the caps all the way off. And in my head, I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna, and other jars, like I'm gonna pick it up, but the bottle's gonna fall to the floor. It's never happened. Or like I'm very detail oriented and when OCD. So when things are out of place or like she put the peanut butter jar somewhere else. We eat a lot of peanut butter. It bothers me. Like, where's the peanut butter? She didn't do anything wrong. I get the same problem in the gym. I see somebody working out like a foot in front of the dumbbell rack doing shoulder raises. It annoys the hell out of me. Or just somebody's presence. If you watch Guy Sister Nino, he's like, "Can you do that somewhere else?" If you follow him, you'll understand the reference. And so, with the Ohio State coming up, how are you feeling about that now? After you just did a show and you did pretty well.
I feel really good. I mean, for me, this sport is, I do it for fun. I'm not out there, seeking a pro card. I mean, maybe eventually one day I'll get there, but honestly, I like the sport because of how I feel when I get out on the stage. Again, the beautiful men and women that I'm able to meet backstage because everybody has their own different story. But I just enjoy doing it. So I'm excited about the Ohio State, especially being that, I did it in 2018 and I know the package that I'm going to be bringing, this year is totally different than what I stepped on stage with 3 years ago. So I know my trainer's really excited. I think we're both just really excited. it's crazy to see, how your body just transforms, over time. Everybody talks about muscle memory. I had somebody tell me, yeah, you can definitely see your muscle development, because they say it gets better as you get older, right? So I'm just excited about the product that I'm going to be bringing on stage because it's better than what I did in 2018. How about you?
Well, I was gonna ask for the elite physique. Do you know about how many pounds you lost?
You mean like when I started
Yeah,
prep
yeah,
to
from like
then?
off season or
I
not
think I
before prep.
was. Oh, I was. Man, let me tell. I was fat. I mean, I wasn't fat, but I was. COVID-19. Like freshman 10 or whatever. I gained like COVID-25. All right. I think I was sitting at probably 150, 151
Do you
ish.
want to give them your height?
Not really. 5'2",
I was gonna say,
5'2", about 151.
don't be shy.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
shy. It is what it is. But yeah, so I stepped on stage at 119 this
So
past
that's
weekend. So
30, 32, something like that. 32
okay,
pounds.
yeah, I'm not good at math, but
Um, which
yeah. So I think so for Ohio State, we should come in. I'm hoping my coach said 110, so I don't like letting them down. So we'll see. I think I'll be fine though. I should come in at about 110 ish.
from 119. I
Yeah,
mean,
cross my fingers.
like the only goal is to come in leaner.
Right,
You had the posing,
right.
you got the muscles.
Yeah.
I like to point out like she had some of the best quads on stage, and she was already one of the most defined. I mean that's why she did so well.
Such a good guy. Such a good guy.
I'm just told it like I see it. So like I did the Ohio State in 2018 too, and I got fourth in classic and first in bodybuilding in my classes. And well, I'm hoping to do better. I think I'll do better. I know from last year when I did the Julie Palmer, like we've changed a lot of my posing significantly, and I think I put on maybe 5 pounds of muscle or something. It's hard to estimate, but I think in the 1 year time span, I've made a lot of improvements. I'm feeling good about it. I know the Ohio State's going to be a tougher show. It's probably going to be a bigger show. I've already gotten some texts from friends who are competing in Classic and friends who know people are competing in Classic, and I'm like, there's another guy, there's another guy, there's another guy. But for me the goal is this is my warm up show, but I still want to win it. For me, this is my warm up show. Like the Elite Physique was hers, but mine's planned. Hers was last minute a week before. And my big goal is nationals, but I should do well at a local show, because if I can't do well at a local show, how am I going to do well at nationals? But then I've got another 11 weeks before nationals. Right now we've got 4.5 weeks. We've both been in prep, I think, about the same length of time, about 20 weeks, which is longer than most people. I mean, I've heard of 16 weeks, 12 weeks, 6, but I think the longer is better.
Yeah, I agree with you. My trainer usually starts me about 20 weeks, 18 weeks. He knows my body probably better than I do. So, I may come in and say, yeah, coach, we're fine. 12 weeks. He's like, no. Because I know it's going to take your mind a few weeks to get into the rotation. Samra's a little bit more disciplined than I am. I will go ahead and admit that, but I'm not admitting to anything that my trainer does not already know. So and that's the thing, I have a lot of friends who have trainers, and they'll lie to their trainers when they cheat on their meal plan.
They trainers will or coaches will pick up on it.
Yeah, they already know.
You might get away with a little.
I'm like, they already know. My trainer, when I do my check-in pictures, there's no reason for me to lie because he will already know that I did something to deviate from the plan that he gave me. So at this point, I don't even, if I slip up, hey coach, I had some sugar babies. That's my favorite candy, by the way. So if you're watching this and you want to mail me some, please do. But
I still don't know what they taste like.
How dare you?
What was I gonna say?
And candy corn.
Yeah, she likes Halloween. I mean, I like Halloween, but she likes candy corn because or you know what I mean. The other thing with the Ohio State, so most shows, when you register and check in, it's the day before the show. But for the Ohio State, because the Arnold Classic got moved to the day after. That's a big show, if you're not aware, named after Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's got some of the best pros in the world. But our shows got moved to a Friday, and they kept check-in and registration on Friday. So we check in the morning and then compete in the evening or night, which is a lot different. I mean, how do you feel about that?
I'm not feeling the schedule. You know, I'm used to prejudging being in the morning, whereas this time I think it starts at 3 o'clock. Figure I think is one of the very last. I can't remember what the schedule is for this show, but so again, we'll see. I don't think I've ever done prejudging for a show that late in the afternoon, but again, I'm not worried. I'm just happy that I'm going to be bringing something better on stage than I did 3 years ago. So.
For me, I'm competing even later at 7 p.m., which is basically it's a late night show. Because some night shows are because you have prejudging and finals, or finals is sometimes referred to as the night show. And yeah, sometimes the finals starts as early as 2 p.m. where my prejudging doesn't even start till 7 p.m. It's definitely different, and trying to make weight at 9 a.m. But I just tell myself, hey, everyone's in the same has the same problem. I forgot to mention this. One nice thing about us prepping together, we can cook each other's food because we're both eating like chicken and we both eat peanut butter. We both eat rice cakes. The past week or two, I tend to stay up late and I try to keep myself busy with little activities like cleaning the dishes by hand instead of using a washing machine. I started cooking her eggs for the following morning.
Thanks, babe. We need more chicken too.
I got more chicken in the back of the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Make sure.
see, taken care of. But yeah, we're always buying food, and we know what food to buy. I think we covered a lot.
Yeah. This is probably thanks for bringing me on.
I
don't know how I did, but this will probably be my first and my last time. I am an introvert. I do not like things like this. We went to go take pictures the other day, and I was like, "How many pictures are you gonna take?" Because I don't like taking.
I'm gonna show one of these pictures. Yeah, up here.
Yeah, you have great pictures, but
go
ahead.
She looks great in pictures. She doesn't like taking them.
Yeah.
I get her to take them.
Thanks, thanks for the invite and letting me come on your show.
And you're my first guest.
I feel special.
I guess I'll wrap this up then. She is special. That's why she's guest number 1. I couldn't afford anybody else. As I say in my previous episodes, leave a comment, whatever you want about me or her or what you want in the next episode. She will be in another episode. I'll make her because we'll talk about after Ohio State. And then subscribe and follow me on Instagram, sj.hammer. You're going to say something?
I would be, I just wanted to shout out to my trainer. Scott Mabry. Hey, coach. He's a pro. He just got his pro card here a few weeks ago. I think it was last month.
At the Teen Collegiate and Masters show.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a trainer, I guess I will loan him out. He's available. So
I have to thank him and his brother Monty because I wouldn't have been able to meet her otherwise.
Yeah. Sure thing.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye. See you next time on the next episode.